left it. Hey YouTube, welcome to my channel. My name's Leonora and I'm your favorite mega church cult survivor. And I'm actually live on TikTok as well as we speak. Not Instagram today because I need to charge my phone, unfortunately. Hey, Christ first. So you will see me like saying hello to people and things like that, and you'll see lots of things on my bed because I was just doing my whole like self-love, self-care beauty regime today. So you might see things everywhere. Oh, hey Ray, grand uprising. Oh, he said early support. Thanks, babe. All right then, Miss Blacklisted in the car. How are you, my love? Did you sleep well? Did you sleep well? All right, let's get into it. Yesterday, I did do a little live, but I didn't do one. Hey, beautiful. I didn't do one on YouTube because I was so tired. Oh, thank you, babe. She gave me a heart me. I hope these won't break because I did them myself and I need to put a bit more acrylic on them. But so any survivors that don't have no money yet, I'm not an expert, but I can help you if you've got a special occasion. You know that was. I'm willing to help you for free. So take it or leave it, babe. Do you know what I mean? If you've got a little date and that, I'll put you on. I'll tell you what to do up and then I can do it for you, all right? Okay. All right, so let's get into it. So yesterday I was talking about some red flags, yeah, because I think we should just talk about that. But before we do, yeah, oh my God, have you not seen what Steps is doing? It's such a mess, yeah. So just quickly, you know, Uncle Steps, Pastor Uncle Steps of Caris Church Cult, official spokesperson and official poster boy and, you know, pin-up poster child. He's been seen doing a lot of like, he's been out and about, like I think trying to outreach. But the thing is, what's happening is when people are seeing him outside, because they know he's had more than like 10 plus allegations of galdem, everyone's like letting him talk to them. Do you get what I'm trying to say? Like acting like they're listening to the gospel and filming them. The thing is, when you see Steps, especially in this recent video, I'm going to do like a talk over bit. What you can see is just like those grandiose ideologies. Like he's so delusional. He still thinks he has that influence in these streets. So when the people are coming up to him, do you get what I'm saying? And like they're just like basically gaslighting him and love bombing him, like, you know what the cults do. That's why the recent one that I saw, oh my gosh, I just love it. Can I just say, if you're a young person, whatever, I absolutely love you. Truly emperor's new clothes. I don't get what you mean, babe. So he's just outside in these streets in his uncle's suit and he is talking to people and they are filming him and using it as like rage bait content. But I say go for it. Do you know what I mean? If it's going to get you the views, why not? Do you get what I'm saying? Because they, in these spaces, they just take you for everything that you got. All right, guys, let me give you a few red flags at church stuff. And guys, I'm feeling so good today. I was just going to bask in my own ambiance of my own presence because I just, you know, because of the BPD and my ideations and this, that, and the first, I just don't get many good days. But I love the collective so much. So that's why I was like, I'm going to come on here and just do some red flags because I do want to just see everybody. And, you know, like I have such good energy today and it's so sunny outside. So I just wanted to do a quick one because I'm going to go and pick up my little girl and my other one's got some, like, you know, after school activities. So I'm going to go and take my daughter for a nice little pub grub. You know, I love a good old pub grub, me, chill. And somewhere where we can like just be outside and have a lovely bit of the sun. Yeah. Oh, Miss Blacklisted, thank you so much. Oh, I really appreciate that because they broke me down in there, girl. I never got no compliments. Everything, I was always broken down. And I've had like a lot of jealous people around me as well in friendship groups. So they were never like, you know, entirely honest. Like, you know, the collective will be like, oh, Leah, you're so funny. Or you're so, I didn't really have people, you know, that's why I prefer to be with guys. Do you know what I mean? Because they just weren't haters. But anyway, and it's even worse. Oh, thanks, Miss Blacklisted. It's even worse when you're in these settings because all of them the pick-me's, the ones, you know, they all find themselves in these cults, especially the retired 304s. All right. And I'm not talking about galdem that have had traumatic past, this, that, and the third. I'm talking about them galdem who will purposefully come in, befriend you, be your friend, then start to sleep with your man, get pregnant by your man. Do you know what I mean? Like very calculated, like how they move in these spaces. So that's what I mean by 304. So when these galdem come into these spaces, they're comfortable. They're comfortable. They work out the system and then they just get what they want. And then they're so toxic in there, they just break down other women. It's so sad. Yeah. Do you know what, Avery? That's exactly how I would describe it. There are so many enablers, especially the women. And that's why you see when these like big mogs, yeah, they have these scandals about them. Like, for example, TB Joshua, it's the wives that hold it down. Because you've got to remember, this is what's giving them their luxury lifestyle. They have a chauffeur, they have a driver, they have a chef. They don't want to let that go. It's a business. It's their main source of income. That's how they eat. That's how they get bread, y'all. They ain't got no, like, if most of these mogs and whatever, tomorrow they could have said, like, they shut it all down and they said, oh, this is too toxic for our society, like, blah, blah. Most of these guys would be flipping burgers in Burger King or Mackie D's or Morley's. Do you know what I'm saying, guys? So the reality is, you know, a lot of the things that they've got is like old glory because they've been in these spaces for like 20 years, 30 years. They're washed up. The women protecting that toxic patriarchal structure they benefit from, for real. Yeah, and you know what? I want to say the ones that clock it and that are prideful and deceptive and seductive. 1 minute, guys, there's a fly. I'm just going to use Dag's Lycos book to kill it. To unalive it, because these books are really good for that. See? Oh, gosh, it just always gets it. Thank you, Daddy. So I'm going to give you some red flags. And if you've got anything that you want to contribute or whatever, just put it in the comments. I'm very interactive. Is that Osas? And oh God, I'm not even engaging with YouTube. You know, when I watch the YouTube back, I say, Leah, you've got to look at YouTube as well. Let me put this on here. TikTok, I also want to let you know that I do have a YouTube channel, Leah Lord the 7, and I would appreciate your support on there. And oh, hey King. So I'm trying to look at like YouTube a little bit more. Okay. So I'm going to give you some red flags to know if you're in a church or a cult. The first one is recruitment and outreach. So again, I spoke about this yesterday, but I'm just going to talk about it again. So initially off the bat, there's going to be a lot of love bombing. When you're a newcomer, they'll like shower you with all of this like attention and affection. And, you know, if you're somebody who like hasn't had attention, or you've been used and ABUSE'd your whole life by men continuously, daddy's not been there. This is like a really toxic, deceptive like mix, because then what happens is, you know, with those people who have had like unsecure attachments and a lot of like comorbid traumatic patterns happening, especially to do with men, what happens is they like withdraw from the set and they'll act up to get the attention because they want to do anything to get the attention. Do you understand? The other ones that assimilate into the environment enough are just like completely sold out. Do you know what I mean? They are the most radical ones in their chair. UCKG targets so many young people. Do you know what? They've got that VYG thing that they do up in it. So they've got like any of those cults that have like the youth like organization attached to it, they're very dangerous. And also another reason why UCKG has been able to stand is because of it's like second, third generations after that. So that's why I really like to educate the young people. Like I'm very, I'm not just here for the young people, but I am in a way though, man, because I love young people. And I dedicated my life to it. When my boyfriend got unalived in police custody, a member of the church said to me, oh, Leah, why don't you do youth work? And I said, oh, yeah. She said, you've got a gift with young people. So she said, because I came off the X Factor. I'd been looked after my whole life by GMs and top shotters. Sorry, I just have to tell the truth. So I didn't have I dropped out, you know, have any qualifications. Yeah, I was just getting looked after. So after that, when my boyfriend unalived, I was like, oh my God, what am I going to do? I don't have nowhere to live. I don't have no money. I don't have anything. So I was like, oh my God, I can sing. Just gonna go on X Factor, you know, that's Leah. Oh my gosh, I'll just sing and then I'll be rich and famous and then I'll be fine. And I went on there and I actually got into the final 5 of the girl band. So my delusion got me far enough, chair. What was the point? Why was I telling y'all that? Where was I going? Oh God, I don't even know why I was saying that. But what I can connect to that, yeah, is that there's a lot of women that are pick-me's in there. So I have a lot of accolades. Like everything that I have is just accolades because they weren't making me a pastor, and the work that I was doing. Oh yeah, that's what I was saying with the youth. So the youth and community work. So and then because my boyfriend unalived in police custody, I then went to work with young people because someone said to me, you should work with young people, you've got a gift. And then when I started working with young people, I was so good at it and I was getting so much work and it was great. But I fell in love with the young people. I fell in love with them. They're like little people, like, you know, well, they are, but like little adults, and they're trying to make their way in life. And I think that they come up with the funniest things. I think it's such a great, you know, like period in your life to be in. And so when they steal it, it absolutely breaks my heart. So I'm really glad that like I'm called, you know, to the young people, because I absolutely love them. And deep down in my heart, I don't want to get emotional. You know, I act like, oh, I don't care. But the truth is, deep down inside, I do care about the young people. That's the truth. I actually do. And I'm not going to say much more than that, just because I don't want to give away my strategy, but everything I do is for the young people to hopefully get out, man. Oh, he said appreciate you. I've been at work all night. Oh, have you? Oh, well, at least you're a hard worker there. Wrath, I'm not gonna lie, that's music to my ears, because I love it when a man works hard. So I can't deal with a man that doesn't work hard, because I expect a lot. So well done. I'm so proud of you. Like, make sure you're a provider, okay? Because we don't want any more dusty men. We've got enough in these settings. All right. So they're just showered with these compliments and this attention when they first come to the church cult. And it's like there's a lot of promises of belonging. Oh, we're your family. Oh, you don't have friends. You got friends now. We're your friend. Josie, won't you be her friend? Yeah, I'll be your friend. David, won't you be? Of course, we're all one big family here. Like, so it's like, oh my God, and you've got to remember, like, people who are neurodivergent, or you know, like, it might even be undiagnosed. Do you know what I mean? But it's like, because I'm neurodivergent, in it, and I found this out, and I'm do you know what? I don't even need an assessment for ADHD, but I'm just gonna get it. You know, like, so I've got it in writing. I am neurodivergent. Like, as I've got older, I'm like, okay, like, I know I'm not like your average individual. I do think differently, and it does. There's a lot of perks to it, but it does make me vulnerable. So it's like I've had to go through this whole like healing, exploration, self-discovery stage and epiphany, where I've had to come to, okay, I'm a vulnerable adult and I am neurodivergent, so I need to understand myself. And this is a part of the healing journey when you come out, because some of you might come to realizations that maybe you have autoimmune diseases, or you've got CPTSD or PTSD, the trauma from the cult, but then there could be another layer where there's you know, neurodivergence attached to it, and then also understanding how your, you know, your chronic health issue, or your disability, or the neurodivergent diagnoses that you have has made you more susceptible to the environment, how it's made you easy prey, why you stayed there for so long, this, that, and the third. Queen Lucia in the cut. You are honestly doing amazing. I'm neurodivergent too. Thank you for your advocacy. Oh, thank you. Oh my, thanks for showing up, babes. Let me tell you something though. Like, us as neuro, like, we're lit. Are you all right? Like, I was thinking the other day, there's no way that God would have made me neurodivergent if it wasn't about being lit. Are you all right? That's the best thing. Me, yeah, that's where I've been going wrong. I need neurodivergent friends that are like me. Because when you don't have neurodivergent friends, we're up and down. Sometimes we don't feel like talking. We're just being silent. You need friends who understand you, yeah. And you also need friends that have gone through the healing process. That's what it's about. Listen, yesterday, anyway, long story short, I met this woman. I was going up to the shop, yeah, and she was so nice. She started talking to me. We both started opening up, and I was like, yeah, girl. I was like, oh, I've been struggling with my mental health for 2 months. I said, oh, my friend came round to come and help me with the depression. She's like, really? She's like, I never would have thought it, you know, because she's like proper, like, you know, Kent, I'm in the States. I never would have thought it, and she's probably talking like, I never would have thought that you had that stuff going on. And I said, yeah, girl. I said, I've just dragged myself out to get something. I said, half of the time I'm bedrotting. And she's like, that's like me too. And it's not some, like, people, if they saw us out, they'd think, oh, like, what's the connection? But the thing is, I go off vibes. Like, I go off, like, I like it, like the purity of heart. Do you understand what I'm saying? Like the goodness of a person. It's not like, you believe in Christ, I believe in Christ. Let's be friends. And that's where they're going wrong. That's why people are sleeping with other people's husbands and fingering them in the back, and because it's like boxes that you have to tick. You get what I'm saying? Like, you're coming to the setting, you are prayerful, you are putting on the uniform, you are coming, you are okay, you are part of us. And it's like, that's where you're bounded by choice, because you've got to be friends with the people in there. You haven't got like this big pool of people that you can be friends with. And then furthermore, it's like very like controlled in there. So the friendships, everything is bounded. Energy don't lie. That's on period, point blank. The energy doesn't lie. Yes, Miss Blacklisted. I love it, yeah. It's so true. The energy don't lie. And you know what, girl? Do you know how deep that is? If we had gone with the energy don't lie, that should be our mantra as a collective. The energy don't lie. That should be our... Miss Blacklisted, keep reminding me, the energy don't lie. That's our mantra, because you know what, yeah? If we had gone with the energy don't last, something's wrong here, I'm just gonna go with my gut. And we walked out, we'd never been in this situation, never, not a day in our life, not in a word, and a day, and a half, and a word, and a half. Do you get it? Hey, TikToking. Oh, thanks, babe. Babe, I'm gonna be here every day. I love the collective. Are you all right? The more I'm healing, the more I'm because now, like, I'm thinking about dating and stuff. And some guys have been trying to like get to know your girl, and it's just giving me a bit of confidence because I hadn't been out there for a while. I'm not even out there, but it's just me, Jaya. So now I'm like, baby, like I don't want a man, don't need a man. Like I just know what it is. Gal them, focus on yourself and your friendships, okay? We need like sisterhoods and friendships. You're healing others in your journey. Oh, Miss Blacklisted, don't get me. Oh no, I love you, lot, man. I'm locked in. This is better than getting my back blown out. Period. This is better than getting my back blown out. And that's what I love about it, because I had a really lovely time with a Survivor yesterday, and we were feeling so depressed and down. But it was just like that energy, the equal exchange. We just had such a lovely time, and I can't wait for the next Survivor link ups, because I'm learning it's our energy, it's our presence. We could be anywhere. It really doesn't matter. It's just about, I think, just forming those friendships with good people, because the people that have come out of these spaces, well, the people that I vibe with anyway, because you know what I'm like. I don't care if you're a survivor. If you haven't got the right vibe, don't come. Don't come, because we don't care. Like, it's also about, we need to like safeguard our mental health. Do you know what I'm saying, guys? So it's not just being about like a survivor, because some people haven't deconstructed and deprogrammed yet. Because we're just coming for good vibes. If we want to talk about what we go through, we'll talk about that. But more time, we just get our drink. We're having a good time. We're having good food, and we're just laughing and joking, and we're just having a great time. Even when we talk about the cult stuff, we'll be laughing, like, because it's funny. Oh, do you remember when I used to wear the shoe? And we kind of make it comedic. We laugh through our pain. Do you know what I mean? And it's lovely. And we have a little wiggle and a little, a little shindig. It's really nice, man. We went to Prince of Peckham last time, Jaya. I don't even lot. I'm telling you, I was like, let's go Prince of Peckham. So we're definitely outside of these streets. So true, to be honest. Some survivors still have the cult mindset. Oh my God, girl. I'm not even gonna say, but guys, once you clock it, you clock it. Yeah, laughter is it's a healer. It's medicine. It's medicine to the soul. I'm just in such a good space right now. I'm not even going to lie to you, because, guys, I'm up and down, chair. So I don't even care if this is manic. I feel good. I feel good. I know that you shouldn't have. I feel good. I know that I shouldn't have. I feel good. I feel good. I got you. I know they HAT me, because, like, do you know what it is? Yeah, I know. I need to glue these lashes back on. They're hanging on chair by a thread. But yeah, I know, because they're just lying there like, why are you miserable and I'm happy? Because I'm supposed to be the DEVIL. I'm supposed to be like, and all of that. But why have I? This is like the joy of the Lord. This is what this is. They don't have the joy of the Lord. Why do I have, baby? Why do I have the joy of the Lord and you don't? Because you and I are both celibate. Do you know what I mean? I'm also having a tough time financially, chair, because I get everything to that cult, and then I had to use everything to move into this beautiful home that I live in. And but it was good though. I don't care. I'm so glad that I spent like the last that I had on my home, because it's my haven, it's my safe space, and I just want to say I'm so thankful to God for providing everything that God has provided for me, and just being a provider, because that's what God is. God is a provider, and that's why I have such a high expectation of men. But because them gal there are pick-me's actors, they don't LOVE themselves, they don't really know God. They worship a man, they worship an ideology. So for me, because God has always been like my I've only had God as a dad, I've never had anyone else. God is unconditional love, yes. And God is a provider. God, I'm spoiled rotten by God. Whatever I ask God for, God will give me. Do you know what I mean? And I love that. So it's like, I don't expect anything less from men. And I just think, if you don't want to look after me and be a provider, like, why are you here? Because I get that from God anyway. Do you know what I mean? You've got to, like, if you're a lover of God, if a true man loves God, he'll be generous. He'll love his woman. He'll shower her with gifts. Do you know what I mean? That's why I don't go for broke men, because that is my language of love. And I pour a lot, like, energetically into men. Like I really do pour a lot into men. So I just expect everything in the world. Otherwise, I'm not gonna be on it, because then I might as well just pour all of that energy into me and my friends. because energy is expensive. Don't you get it? That's the currency in the universe. Energy is expensive. So I would rather spend my energy. That's why I choose to come onto the collective every single day. I'm giving you lot my energy. Do you understand what I'm saying? Because I love the collective. I don't want to get emotional. And I get that same energy back. Energy is currency. Ooh, Miss Blacklisted, you're good with these taglines, isn't it? Chair, girl, you're in the wrong industry, chair. You should have been doing up these mega church cults, girl, because you got them taglines. The promise of the promiser. You can get on the bus, but miss the bus stop. Okay? You can be on the path, but miss the sign. You know? Chair. So anyway, let me get into it, guys, because I'm just going to, you know what? Let me give you these points so I can focus on my nails, because you know me with my ADHD brain. I'm like sitting here and I'm like talking to you guys and then like, oh, but I need to do my nails. But you know what? I think it's great. I love it because I get a million things done at once. They don't all get done at once. But like with the cleaning, for example, I'll start on the windows and then I'll start doing the desks and then I'll come back to the chest of drawers. Then I'll come back to the window. So it's like everything gets done, but I don't do it in like a conventional way. Do you know what I'm saying? Because it's like, is anyone else like that? Does that resonate? Because I was thinking the other day, like even how I'm cleaning. But I think that's because I'm becoming more self-aware. And I think as you become older, you've had a lot more experiences. And then like when you go on that journey of like loving self and, you know, it all have been about you and you're pouring into yourself, then it doesn't become about man. So everything that you do is centered around yourself, like finding out more about yourself, like how you can become the better version of you, this, that, and the third. So I found that in that process, what also happened was that obviously I came to the realization that, you know, I was showing signs of being neurodivergent. And then literally it was so crazy, guys, because I got the assessment. I got my BPD assessment like the following week. And then like after that, I went to my GP. And then another part of it was that because I was like watching my content back, I was saying to myself, nah, this is like I'm going from like different emotions. And I want to just say thank you to the haters as well. You know, the cult trolls, because haters make the world go round, chair. Because the cult trolls kept on saying she's acting. That was the same thing they kept saying again and again. I'm acting. And I don't really care about what they say. But as it was like, you know, like it's a self-reflection, because I have to also check myself throughout everything. So as I'm watching my content, I'm just seeing all of these. I'm thinking, why do they think I'm acting? What is it about me why they think I'm acting? So as I started to psychoanalyze, because I psychoanalyze myself in it so that nobody has any chat for me, babes. Like I'm not the one, chair. So because no one's going to check me, I'll check myself. Thank you. I'm not delusional. If I know I'm not a 10, I'm not going to be sitting on here and saying I'm a 10. If I know that, you know, I don't look the part and I'm not that, and I don't have that energy and I don't have that, then I'm not delusional. I'm not going to sit on here and do that. Do you understand what I'm saying? Like, that's just not who I am. Like, I just look at people like that and feel sorry for them. Do you know what I'm saying? You got to be in your lane. That's the thing. And that's what's making them look crazy, especially the single married folk, chair. The way you hear them talk, it's like, you know, yeah, these gal are severely and heavily indoctrinated. Self-love, self-mastery. Oh my God, I love that. You got some good ones, isn't it? Blacklisted. Ross Clark. Me like you. That's how me like it. This is just a nice little time, isn't it, for us? I just love coming on here and chatting to you guys, honestly. You guys are the best. How's YouTube? How are you lot going? I tried doing my nails for the first time with acrylics, and I think I did really well. That's another thing I'm realizing. I'm quite gifted with my hands as well. Like, you know, like quite artsy. But I wouldn't have known this. I wouldn't have known this about myself. And because I sing, I thought that my gift was just like singing. So that's why I say, guys, it's when you come out, oh my God, it's just, you feel like it's human fecal matter. You're in a pile of human fecal matter, chair. When you come out, the dustbin men have come and got you. You've been put in the back of a dustbin truck and you're in like, what do they call the place where they put the bins, like wherever that is? Yeah. So now you're in the refuse, I don't know, wherever they discard refuse, right? So now you're there. Okay. That's where it's going to be. Oh, it's an empress of many, like you, babe. Like, do you know what? most of the gal them that are part of the collective, yeah, is that like everyone's just got so much talent. It's so nice, and that's what I love. That, and to be honest, that's why I think we did get hated on, because everyone that comes out, it's just the same story. Like we're the ones that they were hating on, trying to scapegoat. Like we were the ones who sensed, but I was just in there for too long. When I first came, my senses were a bit stronger, but of course, you know, because of the amygdala brain and the prefrontal cortex, guys, we're not using it. It's that we're so easy to just be manipulated in there. Do you know what I'm saying? Oh, so are you. Oh, that's so lovely. Oh, do you know what, girl? Let me tell you. Let me tell you a joke quickly. Yeah, they've renovated the website now, but before, when I was exposing Dagwood Mills' website, yeah, there was a picture of him, and it said Dagwood Mills, a light to the world, and then it said a gift from God to the nations. Yeah. And I said, imagine if I came on and my introduction on my life was, hi, I'm Leah, a light to the world, a gift to the nations. Do you know what I'm saying? It's like let other people tell you that, babe. Do you know what I'm saying? It's like that man is worshipped in there. He has to be glorified. And because they don't exude that energy, so they have to steal it. They have to siphon it, because they don't have the energy. These men are so like dark. Their energy is so dark. Do you know what I'm saying? Like people wouldn't even stop for most of these mobs on the street. It's what they're good at is manipulation. They're master manipulators, chair. That's why I say, like when you see these guys, like these so-called, you know, mogs and whatever, don't underestimate them, chair. Don't underestimate these. Look, you lot are getting a bit of what is it? ASMR. I like that ASMR. Chat. This is what I'm saying, chat. If I wasn't doing up this, I'd be going on there doing, you know, the sultry ASMR, chat. I know the man them would love it. Are you all right? I would be doing up for. I would be doing it up for the hood guys. Don't ever get it twisted, you know. Them hood guys, they got money to spend, you know. Don't ever get it twisted, chat. I'll be on there doing some, you know, ASMR, because I know what they like. Do you know what I mean? It's just that's a quick penny for me. Do you know? When I hit the jackpot is like when a guy's been on the road and then he's changed his life. That's when it's like it's a done deal, mate. He's ready to marry me and move me in, yeah. All right, guys, let's get into it. But again, guys, have confidence, love yourself. All right, be delusional. The thing is, I think we should be delusional because we were very delusional in the environment. So why not be delusional for ourselves? I'm gonna have to cream this chair and see what I go on. Guys, I actually did this myself, you know. I'm so proud of me. Yeah. I really did this, you know. Hood love. Yeah, girl. I was talking about my little hood loving yesterday. Honestly, it is, but ladies, stay away though, man, because my boyfriend unalived in police custody, man. You see them hoods, guys, like the wire, the ninjas and all that. It just leads to oh my gosh, I'm filing it too much, you lot. I'm filing the acrylic off like some idiot. Oh my gosh. So anyway, what was I saying? Hey, Curvy Vibes. How are you, babe? How's life, chair? Honestly, do you know what? This acrylic thing, yeah, it's gonna take me. I'm trying to do it up, you know, like I'm in the shop, and it's like it's just a little one from Superdrug. So I'm like wearing down the acrylic. All right, let me give you another red flag because I'm just yapping. But sometimes it is nice to just come on and just have a little chat, because some of us don't even have people that we can trust to just get our mind off it and just have it. And also, people don't really understand what we've been through, you know. Like that's the truth. People don't really get it. Like unless, and this is what I was talking to with a survivor the other day. I said, unless you've like been through it, like you've really gone through the go through. Do you understand what I'm saying? Like you're not gonna have a clue. Do you know what? This fly's getting on my nerves. Sorry, guys. Let me just do this bit because I need this to dry by the time I'm getting, you know, like for the school run. Yeah, this is it, chair. Okay. All right. I'm good. I went and got this little thing in Superdrug, gal. Them look, it's quite good. It gives you the little acrylic. It gives you a little and I'm not getting paid for it. There's no sponsorship. Like I'm just putting you lot on. You get me? They do this little. What do you not know about it? Am I late? It's like £12 because you know I was in the cult for 18 years, but I remember a gal from the cult saying that she was doing this up. But it's come with a little acrylic thing. and the glue. And you know the thing that they use in there is the liquids, and then it comes with a little brush, you know, like what they use in the shop. So I've done it like, you know, it's not the best, but it will do you know what I mean, for like a week. All right, let me give you a little red flag. But it could probably last longer than a week though, I'm not gonna lie, because I think I could get better at it and do it like, because what's the point? And they take so long to do it as well. Do you know what I mean? They take so long to do up the nails. Like, I don't want to sit there for all that time, and I actually don't like being in there. So this is going to take a little bit of time, but I can do it in my own space. So I really want to get really good at doing it. All right. So let me give you a few more red flags before I go. Let's get into it. So if you're just joining, my name's Leah Lord and I'm Mega Church Cult Survivor, and I expose church cult. I'm going to give you some red flags so that you can know whether you're in a church or whether you are in a cult. So I've spoken about recruitment and outreach. Then there's also the leadership style. All right. And you can see this in many ways, because the way that we can tell it's a cult is through the behavior of the members. So if they are obsessed with the mog, if all they talk about is the leader, and it's even more so than Jesus Christ, and they're talking about them like they can't live without that individual, that shows that there's an authoritarian leader in play. Because then what that's indicative of is that there's a charismatic leader in place, and he has indoctrinated that 15 or that 14 or that 21-year-old to think like an old uncle, because that's what their mindsets are like. The women are like, I think, like aunties, and the young men think like uncles. That is why they are so vulnerable. They get walked all over. They get, do you know what I mean? Like, it's just, I mean, that's what it is. And it's so sad because this generation is one of the most outspoken, litty, do you know what I mean? It's such a time to be alive. And it's so sad that they're just wasting their lives in their chair, thinking that they're like changing the world. Do you know what I mean? They think they're winning the loss at any cost. It's so sad. It's so sad because when you're in there, it is really real. So if you're like a family member and you come across this content later on in YouTube and you watch to this point, we're done. That's what they will be telling you in the court. We're done. But also, just bear in mind that with sons, parents, whatever, is you just got to be fake, like the cult's fake. Because the mogs are fake. Do you know what I mean? They're selling your family member a dream with their fakeness and their masks. So you've got to, I would verse yourself in manipulation and a bit of psychology, because then you can use it in reverse to make them think, but it's their subconscious, it's their psyche. So you can subtly deconstruct them. And I think as the time goes on and I heal more and I've got a bit more of a capacity and the CIC set up, we've got funding and all that, there's different programs that I'm going to be delivering, because you can indirectly like sow seeds into the subconscious, into the psyche in smart ways. So it's just like what the cult leaders are doing, but in reverse. Yeah. So once you understand it and you see it, that's why I say to parents or whatever, I say really engage with my content and learn about the psychology. Another piece of advice that I would give like loved ones, whatever, is to verse yourself around the canon Bible. You have ChatGPT. There's no excuse, AI, whatever. You can put in ChatGPT, my child is in a church cult. That is it's a high control group. What scriptures can I use to speak to them to make them see things in a different way? Yeah, because one way that you can catch their attention is through scriptures. They will speak to you about scriptures, but you've got to be so cunning and smart like the pastors, because you can't let them think that you're attacking the cult. So do you see what I mean? It's quite a specialized approach. So as part of the CIC that I've got set up, I will be delivering different things like that. Do you know what I mean? To really help people practically, because institutions don't work. I'm not offering, like support groups and this, that, and the third. We will later do that, but it won't be your conventional support groups. It's all about education. That's where I feel like I sit within all of this. I feel like I'm an informal educator, and I feel like I really do feel like I've got a calling to heighten the human collective consciousness. So, and I feel like I'm doing that through knowledge, through sharing knowledge, and knowledge is power. And for lack of knowledge, my people perish. And when I came out of the cult, that was all I kept hearing, was for lack of knowledge, my people perish. For lack of knowledge, my people perish. And that is really why we've seen the denomination perish to the point that it has. And it doesn't matter how they try to sell it, how they try to shape it. They're already the minority. They're the biggest religion, but they're the minority in the grander scheme of things. So, and I also want to let you know that recruitment is the lifeblood of a cult. So that's what makes it continue. It's through their recruitment. They can't survive solely of just first and second gen members, okay? Because it will become more like the Methodist, like how the Catholic, like that season that they went through. All right. So if their recruitment is getting affected, then the sustainability of the church cult is in jeopardy, because they can't have a bad reputation. They can't. There's even a scripture that says, what is it? It's a good reputation. It goes a long way. Or there's some sort of scripture. ChatGPT, can you give me the scriptures around having a good reputation in the canon Bible, please? Because I know there was a lot of scriptures about a good reputation, but remember, Dag he's quite the dodgy car salesman. So he uses all different types of translations that will just have that word in it. All right. So, this is it. Proverbs 22:1. A good name is to be chosen rather than great riches, and favor is better than silver and gold. Silver and gold. Silver and gold. I'd rather have Jesus than silver and gold. What is it? No house on, I can't remember. No treasures untold. I'd rather have Jesus than silver and gold. I haven't sung that song for years. Hebrews 11:2. Thank you, my love. Okay, what is Hebrews 11:2? Let me go to that one after. All right, so then we've got a good name is precious than, I think this one was, okay, ointment, and the day of unalivement than the day of birth. So again, do you see there's a lot of cross references about having a good reputation, having a good name. And then there's also that other scripture that I'm going to cross reference it with, which is evil communication corrupts good character. So good character is something that they focus on through the good reputation. That's how they enforce the isolation, the us versus them. Everyone in the world is EVIL. You know, all these people are good. Why? Because they are coming to church, and they are paying their tithes, and they are wearing suits, and they are wearing skirts to their ankles. So they are proper people. Thank you, Nikki. Thank you, girl. Then we've got Proverbs 3:4. Let not steadfast love and faithfulness forsake you. Bind them around your neck. Write them on the tablet of your heart, so you will find favor and good success. Let me go to Lisia's one. Hebrews 11:2. Let me let YouTube see the Bible. Hebrews 11:2. I'm a witch, though. I can't touch the Bible, can I? Oh my God, what's going on? I might turn to salt. Y'all are so silly. Y'all are living in a self-stealing bubble, aren't you? Your little bubble over there. It's about the intention, my love. That's what it is. It's all spells. It's all spell work. Do you know what I mean? Like, y'all don't know though, because it's the blind leader. But your porters, they know. They know. That's why they're scared and afraid of me, because they know what's up. 11:2. Hebrews 11:2. Yeah. All right. Let's get it. I do like a little Hebrews chair. Okay. So it was by their faith that people of ancient times won God's approval. There's maybe a cross reference with this? Is it for is there a different word that they use in a different version? Because I think there is about reputation. Oh, look at this though. This is a nice scripture to read though. It is by faith that we understand that the universe was created by God's word, so that what can be seen was made out of what cannot be seen. Did you catch that? So what can be seen was made out of what can be seen. So how can you just give us a book and say, oh, this is all you've got to know God and whatever? And God is like a whole creator, like, and gives us the power to also create. And that's why, because it's like we're almost in this magical kingdom, and they've fooled us. They've indoctrinated us to think that we're weaker than what we are. We're actually divine beings, like superheroes. I think over time we've lost our powers and our ability to, because before phones there was telepathy, and people were really tapped in, with self and within to, like, be able to see signs and seasons. And that's why the stars were like the map. Do you understand what I'm saying to you? And there weren't like calendars. It wasn't time. It was, I'll meet you at the break of dawn, or I'll meet you at the close of the sun rising, or they used words like descriptions. It was descriptive. Do you know what I mean? And over time, it's just become all about capitalism and greed and ego and money hungry Machiavellians and malignant narcissists in positions of power, unfortunately, that have really driven and perpetuated this misogynistic patriarchal agenda that has absolutely ruined our society and our planet. Yeah, Nikki, it's so sad. And do you know what? Nikki, do you know who I feel the most sad for? Is the trees. Our trees. I don't even want to cry. And I'm not going to cry, but the trees and the birds. I really love birds, because when I came out of the cult, I didn't have anyone. So it was the birds of the air that spoke to me, and, a bit like a Disney princess film. That's how God made it for me. Like, even in my sadness and my weakness, I just think about the birds and the animals and the pollution. The poor birds. Do you know what I mean? And our trees that are being affected. Yeah, like Nikki, I'm not going to lie. Like, the connection that I have with nature and Mother Earth, and I really do feel like, like the pains of Mother Earth. Like, the other day there was all of those different, like, different planetary things going on, and I felt like the like the pain of Mother Earth, and like biblically, that's how it was written. Like, it's almost like very I want to say mystical. Do you understand what I'm saying? It's like you have to really read in between the lines with it. So I'm so upset with what they've done with the planet. It just absolutely grieves my heart, because we should have been outside. We should have been in the lakes. We should have been able to be in the rivers. We should have been able to be picking fruit off the tree and just enjoy it. And that should be anywhere in the world. Do you know what I mean? Because England is actually supposed to be an island. And it's just, they've absolutely ruined it. It's so sad because of their greed and, the need for colonization and, empire building. And it's so sad. It's sad. Hi, Kalula. It's sad. The beautiful nature is being ruined. When you walk upon nature, it makes you happy. Oh my God, girl. If I didn't have the grass and the earth and the wind to ground me and to keep me bloody sane, I would have lost it. Like, and God is so good that nature is free. We don't have to buy it. Do you get what I'm saying? Because they make everything about buying, and the most beautiful things in life are free. The most beautiful, best things in life are free. Like, I always say, seeing a sunset or a sunrise. Like, yesterday we had a beautiful moon. Like, seeing my kids play in the sea, play in the ocean. Do you know what I mean? Like, watching my girls grow into the beautiful women that they are. And it's all of these experiences that they stole from you. I think one of the reasons why I'm so sick is because, you're just inside 24 hours. You don't get any fresh air. There's no ventilation. You're not getting any vitamin D. Like, I just feel so disconnected from self and nature. And so that's why I have to remember, like, even like there's days, guys, when I felt like I can't do it. Like, I'm literally going to just like delete myself. And I've gone to the lake and I've released, like, I've written down all the things that I want to release. And I've watched it, like, float on the lake. Roses, rose petals, having rose baths, being able to go out into nature and sit with self and be upon the grass to hug a tree. And I'm just so upset with what they've done with the planet. It really has grieved my soul. Because, you know, we're all trying to find out about the universe and beyond, and you know what's going on, and whatever. And it's like, why have we not focused on our planet? Like, why have we not, you know, focused on like the water? Do you know what I mean? Like, guys, today I'm gonna get to the comments. Today I saw like I think it was like I've been seeing quite a lot of unalived animals, and I haven't really cared for animals like that too tough. But of late, I've like today when I was driving, I was like, isn't that so crazy? Where I said there's many dimensions of kingdoms within kingdoms. This is just like one kingdom. They've created another kingdom, but that's false. That's the God hasn't created that. They've got these mogs and these new religious movements are creating their own kingdoms and nations and whatever. Yeah, they're like illegal, operating illegally. That's why they have to use all of this psychology and everything. But God knew. That's why God let them do it. Because once like the change, the shift happens, we'll never return to like the old ways, the old work, the old way of doing things, and the old way. You know, it's a new society. It's a new earth. That's why there's this narcissistic collapse. Like, people don't want institutionalized things anymore. They're looking more for holistic things like being in nature, and people are taking that time out for themselves. Women are decentering men more. There's more women than I know that are celibate at the moment. Do you understand what I'm saying? Like, just focusing on themselves. And as the time's gone on, it's been hard, but we've realized, oh my God, like, we are the answer. Like, spending time with self, like going within, like loving you, like that is what the answer is. And I don't care if they're like, oh, she's from the DEVA. All I come on and tell people about is to love themselves. And then I expose your dodgy mogs and pastors. What do you mean? Do you know what I mean? It's just because you worship them. If you didn't worship them, you'd be heavily like into my vibe. Do you get? But not most of y'all, because you lot are too jealous. That's the problem. So because of your jealousy, you know, whether before you came to the cult and after. All right, let me give you a little bit of red flags. Oh my gosh, it's been so like heightened emotions today, hasn't it? Just because I just don't want them to ruin our planet. Do you know what I mean? Like, I really do love nature, and I'm hoping, I've got hope for the future. I'm hoping that, you know, this is the end to birth anew. Do you know what I'm saying? Because even if it does need to be a Noah's Ark situation, whatever needs to happen, Cher. Because we know that we can't go on like this as a society. Do you know what I mean? Like, people's mental health is so declined. Do you get what I'm saying? Like, people are wanting to delete themselves every day. Like it's an MESS. Like society at large. Do you get what I'm saying? Like, people are hanging on to their mental health by a thread. Yeah, it's like it's just this system that we're in that is just unaliving us, this matrix. Do you get what I'm saying? And people are starting to look and think, what am I living my life for? To work my whole life and then retire. What they sent me a letter the other day about my pension, saying I'm retiring at 67. That's good though. I was like, oh, that's not too bad. But babes, I'm not retiring at 67. There is no way. I'm going to continue to do what I love, which is this, and working with young people and, you know, doing up the organization. I feel like what keeps me youthful is, you know, my love for young people and, you know, being with young people and just helping others. So I think I will do this until I can't anymore. It's what I love. It makes me who I am, and it's taken me so long. And that's why I think these religious institutions, they do appeal to people like me, like us, who are very kind-hearted souls, people who are just natural givers, lovers of humanity, and they get us and they brainwash us and they take advantage of our weaknesses and our trauma, and they use it for their own hidden agenda and motives. And that's the danger, because there are a lot of lovely people that go in there, unfortunately, but they're just pushovers, and, you know, they've been through so much trauma. Their neurosystem, they're not even, there's no fight in them. And that's kind of like where you've got to when you go to these spaces, because there's no more fight left in you, and it's like you either feel like you're just gonna delete out of the game, or it's there. So they are really unalived with self. They're an unalived soul. Sad, isn't it? But when you're in those traumatic situations, man, and everybody I speak to is the same situation. Like, I was on a live with some young people the other day, and the guy was saying that he got diagnosed with cancer. This happened to him. And everyone in the comments was like, you know, you're confirming what she said. Because I said every single person on the panel is going to have some sort of traumatic experience. Now, my heart goes out to him that he had that terminal illness. But I DC, like, I don't care. you understand what I'm saying? Because that is my point. Like, everybody, you can't give me that sob story to manipulate me, because you can't love bomb me and manipulate me through your sob story, because that's what they're taught to do. Capitalize on their sob stories. Like, oh, Leah, tell them your testimony. Tell them I would always be the one running over. I used to hang around with GMs. My boyfriend got unalive and police got that. Like, you using your pain for promo. It's absolutely disgusting. That's what they do up in there. And you know what, guys? I think on that note, I'm going to go, because unless you want me to do one more, tell me. What do you lot want me to say one more? Should I say one more, or should I go? Because I'm gonna come back on later and do a live on Instagram, YouTube, and knowledge is that power. Because if that is knowledge is power, you gonna like it here, man. So I'm gonna come back on later, and I'm gonna do a live on Instagram and YouTube and TikTok. So if you're around later, I will be. I don't know what I'm gonna do the live on. Does anyone have any suggestions? Is there? I always ask people, but I just think sometimes people get overwhelmed, because I do discuss a lot. Hey, I do discuss a lot, and I think that, survivors are like processing as I'm like discussing these things as well. So it can be a bit overwhelming. But even if there's a theme or there's a topic or something that you're struggling with, guys, you can just message me privately. Yeah. Ooh, this one doesn't look very. You can just message me privately, okay? All right, guys. On that note, I'm gonna go. Love y'all, and I'll be back on later. Bye, guys. Bye, TikTok. Ooh. Bye, love y'all. Bye, YouTube. Thanks for listening. And if you come across this later, please let me know your thoughts, like in the comments, like what you think about the content. Also, don't forget to subscribe. Please subscribe. Help a sister out, man. I'm just looking for some subscriptions, man. All right, love y'all. Let me go. I'll be back on later. See ya.